Man, after a long day hunting, I really gotta get to this drinking. Hey guys, what is up? It is Mew Monster 58 and welcome back to another episode of Monster Hunter World. In the previous part, what we ended up doing is we took on the Kulu Yaku, a bird-brained wyvern, because he was actually kind of messing around with a camp that we had to set up in the ancient forest. And in this episode, we're going to be taking on the Pukei-Pukei. So first things first, let's head to the trade yard, because we got a bunch of exclamation points that we actually have to get rid of and a bunch of people we have to talk to. So let's see who wants to speak. I believe the provisions manager would like to speak, so we are going to go over there and see what she has to say to us, or any quest that she may give to us. So let's see what she's got to say here. Now that I have your attention, I have something special just for you, and that job is to get us an ample supply of mega potions. A hunter of your caliber should know how important they are to any quest. Having said that, we're in short supply and we need someone to help us refill our stocks. Plus, it wouldn't hurt for you to revisit the basics of crafting every now and then, no?
Come back soon.
So please be a good sport about this and help us out. We're counting on you. So she wants us to bring one mega potion, which I wouldn't consider a supply, but we already have it. And so to complete a delivery, we're actually going to re-talk again here. So when it worked, now the scholars out in the forest have a camp in which they may rest. Bravo, bravo. Alright, good friends of the 5th, let's see those results. So we did, we did complete some quests. So obviously we completed that critical bounty, so we do get a voucher. So complete deliveries. So we'll come here, like I already mentioned, completing deliveries in the last part. So just to complete deliveries, we have to deliver the mega potion, which we have 14 of. Obviously you see the required versus the owned, and so we're going to do that. And now we have diced steak as an option in the canteen. So again, like I said, there are quests that will require you to deliver things like this, and you may get canteen ingredients and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, just keep your eye out for the rewards and stuff like that. Next thing we do have to do is talk to, there's one guy up here that we have to talk to at the canteen, but we'll save him for later because we're actually going to go up there real quick anyway. So let's talk to the field team leader. He feels like he has something to say to us. So Hunter, have you gotten used to how things work around here? If you ever find yourself struggling out there on your own, don't be afraid to send up an SOS flare. Other field team members in the area might come to help you out if they see it. Ask for help when you need it, and answer the call when others need it. And it'll make you a better hunter, which is true. Definitely, if you're looking for friends to play with, that is a very easy way to get yourself out of a bind. So, let's talk to the commander. Nice work clearing out the camp. I knew you'd come through, and now we're finally ready. Alright, Hunter, the Pukei-Pukei hunt is on. Once you've hunted the target, the scholars will be able to get a closer look at the evidence you found. I cannot stress enough how vital taking that Pukei-Pukei is for the commission. This could be the break we've been waiting for. Good luck and be careful. So yeah, we do have to take on...
has an urgent mission. Partner, you'd better come see me.
So yeah, we do have to take on that Pukei-Pukei.
How are you feeling?
Alright, so Hunter, have you gotten used to how things work around here? New world, new rules. It's something you have to get used to, but you'll get used to it. You have to, your life's counting on it, not to mention others as well. Look around you, everyone's here, strange or crazy as they may seem. They've all crossed the sea just like you, and they've all carried out their duties. They looked the new world in the eye and realized the old way of doing things wouldn't cut it. It didn't stop them, though. They had conviction. Do you have conviction, Hunter? You should get to know your colleagues. Maybe some of that craziness will rub off on you. Ha! So yeah, very nice dialogue between all of us, between the other characters that we've seen. And so, let's head up to the canteen and get moving here. So, there's actually going to be something we're going to do before we get into the hunt for the Pukei-Pukei. And so, one of those things is actually talking to this guy. So, let's see what he has to say. This is Fiverr Bro. Hey, working hard? What's that? You heard me mumbling? Yeah, the chef asked me to rustle up some ingredients for him. But I've still got so much eating to do. Whoa, you serious? You'll go out and get them for me? Whew, thanks, you're a lifesaver. We fivers gotta look out for each other, eh? Well, here are the details. Good luck. Come on, man. I gotta do your work while you're stuffing your face full of food. But yeah, we gotta get a moss swine hide, and that will lead into what we're gonna do here today. So, when it comes to the crafting list, there are a couple I'd like to show off here. So first off, definitely for this next fight, you're gonna want to bring antidotes in particular, and I'll talk about those when we actually get there. And then you're also gonna probably want to craft some herbal medicines, which is why those blue mushrooms that you're collecting are also very important. I'll also say that bitter bugs that we have, those are also very important to make nutrients and mega nutrients. These two items in particular will just raise your health. So you know how you start off in any hunt before you eat with low health? nutrients and mega nutrients will increase your health for the duration of the hunt, and then obviously over time your health will eventually decrease and decrease, so you need to re-drink these to keep your health up. But for the most part, these are very, very important items to have. So we're actually going to craft a couple of these because these are very, very helpful. Craft 5 of them, right? But the next thing we're going to do is I'm actually going to go out on an expedition because I'd like to collect a few items, particularly one item that I'd like to point out that becomes one of the most important items in the game. So I will be right back. One thing I'd like to point out
here serves food that will give you a boost for the hunt ahead.
Yes, so one thing I'd like to point out while we're here is there is a canteen here. So if you forgot to eat before you leave, you can just eat here. You do have pretty much the same options as you usually do. So we're going to do this quick little cutscene so you guys can see this. Very similar to the regular canteen, this will also be upgraded throughout the game in tandem with the actual canteen being upgraded. So as your main canteen gets upgraded, this will also get upgraded. Last thing I'd like to point out is coming in here to the tent. So you can actually go into the tent. You can, so yeah, here, I'll show you. We'll skip over this.
Change your weapons and armor here. Make sure you're always prepped and ready for what comes next.
So essentially, you can change your weapons, you can look through your item box.
Item box to manage your inventory.
Yep, you can craft items, you can sell items from here. It also removes any effects that you may have on you, so if you're poisoned, if you're on fire, this will remove those. And in addition, it will fully heal you, so definitely come in here if you're looking to switch your weapons mid-fight, especially for fighting multiple monsters in a fight, which is definitely a possibility here. So again, I will be back in a second, and I will cut to some of the... Jesus, there's something right there. We're not going to look at them. But I will cut to the items the main item I'd like to point out. Alright, so the first thing I'd like to point out is that little quest that Fiverr bro had to get a mosswine hide. Well, for those of you who would like to find a mosswine, there's always one right here. So I'll show you on the map right here where I am. There's always going to be a mosswine right here. So if you're wondering what it is, it's legit this little pig. And unfortunately, even though you can ride it, we have to kill him. So I'm sorry, Mr. Mosswine, but you have to die today. And there we go. We'll carve this guy. Give ourselves the hide, and there we go. So thunderbugs. Thunderbugs are extremely important for making shock traps, and those are also important, particularly in capturing things. Nullberries, also extremely important. These will remove any ailments that you may have. So if you're poisoned, if you're... Yes, if you're poisoned, if you have, not fire, I don't think, but it will, or, excuse me, not poisoned either. But basically, it will, I will point the blights that it removes when it comes out. Just understand that nullberries are extremely important. I'm sorry, my brain went for a second, so, yeah. Alrighty, folks, here was one of the main items, or the main item I really wanted to show, flashbugs. Flashbugs become extremely important. I mean extremely important for the road ahead. Flashbugs will in turn, I think this is another one right here, flashbugs will make flash pods. As you can see, we're getting those crafted. Flash pods, as you saw with, I believe right over here, I'll show you guys. You see those things right there, right? We use those in the Jagras fight, the Great Jagras fight. Basically, just like those flash fly little areas or thingies will actually do when you swipe at them, they will flash a monster, a quick blinding flash of light, and what it'll do is it'll stun monsters. Now monsters, while they're stunned in terms of like their eyesight, they can still move and attack you, but they won't have a general direction on which they attack. They'll kind of attack in whatever direction that they feel that you're hitting from. And so it'll be very sporadic, but they will still attack you. The difference is when it comes to flying monsters. Flying monsters, or particularly monsters that are mid-air, who get flashed, so monsters like that have wings, they will fall to the ground and immediately get knocked down, and it's a free knockdown, at least in this earlier stage of the game. So definitely, it is incredibly helpful to grab flashbugs. Like, I cannot overstate the importance of grabbing these things, and especially, as you'll soon see, we can even make them. So, extremely important, very, very good items that this game has to offer. So definitely flash pods are a big item to bring here along with you on your travels. And with that, guys, I think that's the main item I really wanted to show because we never really collected them in the previous episode. So I will return to Astera and we will go ahead and take on that Pukei-Pukei. Alrighty, now we're back in Astera, and it's time to get our items ready and situated. So, we're going to reload this loadout, although I'm actually going to get 10 of these. We're going to bring 10 of these. Next thing I'd like to do is bring a maximum of 5 of these guys, and a good amount of rations as well. And the last thing we're going to bring, as I mentioned, are those flash pods, as well as a flash bug, just in case we need an extra one. These are the items I definitely recommend you guys bring, and now probably you'll hear me reiterate that in the voiceover. But yeah, the last thing I'd also like to make, I'm going to make nutrients. So we're going to make 5 of these. Again, bitter bugs and blue mushrooms, very important. And then to make nutrients, we actually don't have any honey on us. So honey is also one of the most important and valuable resources, not only to make mega potions, but also to make mega nutrients, and eventually what we're going to be calling max potions, which are also very important. So we'll get into these items as we collect more and more stuff. But yeah, without further ado, let us go talk to the handler and get this Pukei-Pukei hunt on. I think the armor that I currently have is perfectly acceptable for taking this guy on, and so I don't think there's any use for us to actually go to the workshop to make any other new weapons. So that will end off our episode, is this hunt for the Pukei-Pukei. Alright, handler, let's see what you got to say.
Hey there, partner.
Alright, partner, it's time for us to do a little Pukei-Pukei hunting. Once we've done that, the scholars can go in and check out that slag, see if it came from Zora Magdaros. Pfft. But seriously, what other monster could it have come from? I mean, I'm no scholar, but smoldering lava rock? Hello? Yeah, I mean, she's not wrong. I mean, I guess they want to do some other research, you know, primarily just like, oh yeah, we want to do the research because, like, oh yeah, you know, we really want to, like, you know, make sure that everything is perfect. But, you know, what are you going to do? So, alright, we're actually going to go do this. Finish, and let's go to the northeast camp. Actually, I believe that is closer to where Pukei-Pukei generally spawns. So again, we all have our items ready to rock, and so let us head out. So let's go eat. This should be attack up as, yeah, he should be good. Never get tired of this. So man, I just wanted to watch it again, man. Wow. It's so adorable, man. Such a good little cutscene. Alrighty. Without further ado, let's jump into the hunt. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, we did forget to get nutrients, so I'll actually grab those nutrients right now since we actually have the ability to. This will show you how this works. So let's go here, and then we'll grab these nutrients, and that will... Actually, I'm going to go and do this as well. We are going to register this loadout, because I think that this is much better. Actually, let's swap this around, and we'll just redo that. Awesome. Cool. We'll upgrade that item set throughout the game. Let's grab some red pits and see if we can find this Pukei-Pukei. I think we got some poison here. Alright, maybe he's this way. Looks like we got some feathers as well. Keep moving this way. Oh god, the camera screwed me up there. And I do see him over there. And so, folks, enter the Pukei-Pukei. Poison. An ailment that we currently haven't encountered, but now we actually will. Enter into the Pukei-Pukei, our first sort of wyvern-style hunt, where it's a dragon-style body that you would expect. Hind legs, you got the wings and the tail, and, you know, the head's shaped like that. So... This thing is weak to thunder, it's neutral to fire and ice, resists dragon and water, although at this point we don't necessarily have access to thunder weapons yet, so when it comes to weapons, just bring whatever you feel is appropriate or whatever you're comfortable with. You can cut off its tail and break its wings, so I definitely recommend bringing a slicing weapon so you can cut off that tail. Breaking its wings isn't necessarily like your first priority, so don't necessarily worry about having to do that. The tongue is its main method of attacking and is a lot more dangerous than you'd think, so try and stay away from being directly in front of Pukei-Pukei. In my opinion, that's the worst place you can actually be when it comes to fighting this guy. The tongue has a lot of range. This guy also, his main other method of attacking is spitting poison blobs. Do not roll in the residual poison pools on the ground, you will get poisoned. Its main nest, which is where we initially fought the Kuluyaku when we fought that guy, that is his nest and has a ton of poison cup plants all around it, as we discussed last time. You can poison him by actually just, using the plants. Funnily enough, he can get poisoned, but obviously be careful not to get poisoned yourself. The poison blobs he shoots both do damage on impact, as well as obviously will poison you. Bring antidotes and flash pods, as I talked about earlier. Flash pods, as I explained, you can shoot him out of the air, because he likes to fly, not a lot, but he likes to fly somewhat, so getting to knock him out of the air can be very helpful, and obviously antidotes for the poison. It's angry in its rage mode when its feathers turn red and orange, particularly it's around its face. It can knock you out if you don't address the poison quickly, and then you get like wombo comboed over and over again. So say you get hit, you get stunned, and then you get poisoned, and then you get hit again. You can easily get knocked out if you don't address that poison right away. Otherwise, this guy really isn't all that bad despite all the explanation. Honestly, a pretty easy monster to fight. Alrighty, with that voiceover out of the way, let's get into fighting this guy. First things first, grapple onto his face here. Come on. Do that. Send him into the wall. Alright, and let's go for that tail. I really want to cut that tail off because it just helps remove like some extra range on his tail when he swipes at you with his tail. So we'll do this. One, and boom! Oh, we cut it off immediately. Get owned, idiot. Get absolutely wrecked. I'm going to hit him a couple more times. He's going to run to his little nest area here. Now, this is usually where he ends up, so, like I mentioned in the voiceover, so let's see if we can actually poison him with these poison cups like I was talking about the voiceover. So we're going to do that, and then he should get poisoned. Yeah, so when they have like that purple powdery stuff around them, that means they're poisoned. So that signifies that. They're also drool poison from the mouth, which is kind of gross, but, happens. Let's see if we can do this guy. Yeah! Alright, let's go for the wings now. As I was mentioning, those wings aren't the top priority, but since we're here, we might as well go for them. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! One of the wings is broken. He's going to get angry now. Let's see if we can roll. No, I mistimed that. Alright, I'm going to try and mount this guy. Alright, let's see if... Can I flash pod him here? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. See it there. I'm glad I got to show it off. So yeah, when monsters like that fly and you want free knockdowns, that is definitely the way to go. So we're going to do that, and boom! Got that going. Alright, this guy is pretty much like getting annihilated. By the way, we're going to carve the tail. I just got to actually get out of this sequence and we'll go and carve the tail. Alright, we'll do that. So, big tip. When monsters want to throw you off like this, essentially if you move from one body part to another, you won't incur as much of a stamina loss if you just jump from body part to body part. So, let's see if he'll do it again. I don't think he will, but let's see if he will. No, he won't. He won't. Next time that happens again, I'll show it again. Yeah, in the face. But yeah, now you can tell he's in rage mode, as I mentioned. His face is much redder, and his entire body has this little bit of a red sunset-style hue to it. That means he's angry. I'm sorry I haven't been able to show off much of his attacks because I'm absolutely annihilating this guy. But oh yeah, there's the poison blobs, and there's his tongue. You can see he has a wide range. So oh yeah, he's dropping piercing pods already, so he's pretty low. So let's see. Let's do that, and then one more. Oh no, my stamina! I screwed up. I was paying attention to it. And I was like looking at it and I was like, oh, I can still do it. Alright, and then Shooting the wall. Bam. Get owned, idiot. Oh, I might get poisoned here. Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna get poisoned here.
Your health is about to drop. Do this as soon as possible.
Alright, if we roll there. Alright, I'm actually... I don't need to do anything. Nice. Herbal medicines. The difference between this and antidotes...
Now the commander can send someone out to see if that slag will lead us to Zora Matter's.
Is you can just eat them instantly rather than having to like drink the antidote full like a potion. So that's the benefit. It also heals you. The regular antidotes don't. So now we hunted the Pukei-Pukei. Really not that bad of a monster to fight. Overall, pretty solid. And actually, I don't know where this episode will go, but it's certainly a lot quicker than I expected it to. Also, we'll go ahead and carve the tail here. But if the next hunt really isn't all... Actually, I think I do know the next hunt, and I think I will save that for next episode. So, unfortunately, this is a very quick little episode, but definitely wanted to do that so that you guys can do this fight in particular so you guys can... see that, because I knew we were hyping it up and I missed it last episode. Let's see what else we have to do. I might extend the episode a bit. So, but yeah, not really a bad fight at all. This guy is a joke, honestly. I mean, he gets scarier in the later stages of the game with certain, certain aspects, but nothing really all that bad. One of the easiest monsters to hunt. 4 minutes, man. A 4-minute hunt. We got honey. We got bones. We got an armor sphere too, that's awesome. And then we got a ton of materials, so can't really complain all that much. Actually, because this episode has been really short so far, I think I actually will show, if I can, I'll try to see if I can show some capturing. If not, I'll just show it when it's more appropriate. Oh, now we earned the right to take on 3-star assignments as well, which is very cool.
You've done well.
Excellent work putting down that Pukei-Pukei. I knew I put the task in the right hands. Just to catch you up, we're hot on the trail of Zora Magdaros now. But there's one more to figure out. I need the 5th to protect our scholars while they investigate. I'm putting you in charge of the Wild Spire Waste. The quest will begin once you've convened on site. So yes, we will...
It's time to begin the Elder Dragon investigation. Make sure you know what you need to do.
Definitely we will save...
Now we need to protect the scholars. Let's regroup at the Wild Spire Waste.
We will definitely save that for the next episode. But as you can see, we have some things to deliver. So let's deliver some things.
Hello, Fiverr.
Welcome back, Fiverr. Alright, so we did the entomology thing. Let's go and complete deliveries, and we do have the moss wine hide, which allows us to get the king truffle ingredient, which is really sick. Now let's take a look at the investigations. Are there any? Yes, there is a capture quest, and so we are going to go ahead and show what a capture is like. Since this will be pretty quick, I don't think that there's anything to worry about. So we're going to reload this loadout. Yes, when you don't have the items in a loadout enough to fill the loadout, it'll show them in red. And so obviously we don't have a ton of materials yet, but yeah, just to show that off. So let's go and actually do that capture investigation so I can show off again what capturing is. So we'll go capture. We can do, yeah, we'll do the southwest, because that's where, the closer to where Great Jagger spawns. So, I will cut to the quest, and I will see you guys in there. Be back in a few. So the one thing I never showed off that I was an idiot about showing off, I'll explain this all when we don't need to explain this.
The goal of this quest is to capture the monster. You'll fail the quest if you slay it, so be careful.
So, okay, so the one thing I'll show, so, when it comes to capturing, you have trap tools. Now these trap tools, what you could really combine them with are either spider webs and ivy and or thunderbugs. Thunderbugs will make shock traps. This is the shock trap they give to you. Trank bombs. These are made out of sleep herbs, which I don't believe that we've run into yet. But these are important because these are what puts the monster to sleep. And they obviously have your rations and stuff. I like to take the trap tools because, funnily enough, they don't take them out of your inventory. So you get free trap tools every time you do a capture quest.
The supplies you need to capture a monster are on site. Make absolutely sure you have trank bombs. That one's a must.
So either with pitfall traps and or shock traps, the end result is the same. The main goal is to get the monster to the point where they're starting to drop slinger ammo on their own. And then what ends up happening is when they start to limp, that's when you can actually trap them. So use a pitfall or an easy shock trap, and then when they get trapped in it, trank bomb them twice or once depending on how low they are, and then they will get captured. I always do it twice just to be safe, and we'll show that off here. So the other thing, I don't know why I didn't show it off when I said I got it for a reason. Nutrients. So when we drink these, as you can see, it'll show you how high your health can actually go, like the max. And so if I keep drinking here, You can see the health will go up to a cap. So this is very important, especially these nutrients will eventually become very important to make max potions. So without further ado, let's head off and capture this great Jagras. I will cut to when I actually get to the point where this guy is super low so that you guys can see what it's like to capture a monster. Wait. Wow, he got... That's like one of the farthest wall bangs I've ever done. The hell? Of course I missed the big hit. Alright, so we're at that point where he's dropping slinger ammo, so let's see if I can drop the trap on his feet.
Keep hitting it with trank bombs until the effect kicks in.
And boom. Easy as that. Now, I did it real quick. The main idea is like...
materials from a captured monster. However, you will receive more rewards than usual once the quest is over.
The main idea with how like a normal capture quest will go is essentially like when the monster starts limping back, you can like run in front of it and then throw the trap down and then trank bomb it to actually fully capture it. Or what you can do is wait until it goes to sleep, like the Great Jagras did in our first hunt, and then you can trap it while it's asleep, whether it's a pitfall trap or an easy shot or shock trap, and then you can trank bomb it and you should be good to go. So overall, as long as it's dropped slinger ammo and it's limping, then you're good to go to capture it. So just make sure you run into those two criteria, and capturing a monster is very easy. As you can see, the amount of rewards you get is kind of insane. So, an absolute monstrous amount of rewards. So yeah. Really good stuff. We got some extra research levels. The Palico's leveling up. We captured our first monster. Very, very cool stuff. I really wanted to show that off. I knew that there was something I wanted to show off other than the actual quest.
Let's regroup at the Wildspire Waste.
And with the Wildspire Waste in tow as our next actual objective, I think that will be it for this episode. So in this episode, we did go and fight the Pukei-Pukei, did a little bit of item stuff, as well as I showed what capturing is and how to do it. So I think that is a really good place to end this episode. So I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Also follow me on the socials. Those will be linked in the description below. And in the next episode, we will be heading to the Wildspire Waste to see what lies for us there. So once again, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you